So there's a book called Paddle Whispers by a man named Douglas Wood. And in this book, he writes his thoughts and musings about canoe trips that he's done that are very similar to the ones that we go out on. And we've been reading a few passages from this book on our trip. And there's one passage in particular that we read the other night in which he talks about the particular special sort of misery that that canoe trips are characterized by. And it's more of like every moment you're looking forward to the next moment, which will only be slightly less miserable than the previous moment. And there's an example where he mentions you're paddling until you're hot and you're hungry and you're tired and you're sunburned, and so you just can't wait to get to that portage trail and stretch your legs and walk under your canoe or your wanigan and then just move and not be sitting. But then all of a sudden it immediately switches and you just can't wait to be done with the portage and get back to the next lake or the next river so that you can keep on paddling and keep on with that vicious cycle that just repeats itself and repeats itself. But I find that hilariously accurate. But however, there's a reason that I think we all forget that misery immediately upon plunging our paddles back into the water. And that's because there's a special beauty that is also embodied in canoe trips. And I see it embodied in these young women that stand before you. There's beauty in the mist that rises off of the water. And there's beauty in the stars. And there's beauty in the way that these young women stood tall and strong before the challenges that they faced. And in the way that they cried together and laughed together and supported one another and overcame challenges and faced their fears. We're all going to share with you a moment in which we felt that we faced something challenging, really overcame it, and we're proud of ourselves. Sorry, I'm out of breath for some reason. I talk so quickly. My name is Violet Perry, and one moment in which I felt that I overcame a challenge and was really proud of myself was one of our last nights on trail, and it had been raining consecutively at night for a while. Been starting a lot of really wet fires. I was getting really fed up with it. And it was time for dinner, so of course it started raining again. But we needed to boil water for food, and I just knelt down in front of the fire and fanned it with a pot lid for probably more than an hour and just didn't move and just stared at this fire and fanned it, and all I was thinking was, I gotta boil this water, I gotta feed these people. There's no way around it, I can't do anything else. And we got the water boiled. The sticks were dry enough to make it happen, and I was just really proud that I managed to make it happen yet again for another night so that we can continue eating and continue moving forward.
I'm Parker Noble, and it wasn't necessarily a moment, but before I came on this trip, I was really scared. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to do anything on this trip, or that I was kind of afraid of water before the trip, and so I was worried about that. But I'm really proud that I was able to get through it all and be able to do things and help the people that I love that are here on this trip with me.
I'm Nina DeWalu, and my moment that I'm proud of was completing the Center Falls portage, in which we portaged up a cliff, and it was very difficult getting up that cliff, but these people here helped me get up it, and I'm very proud of myself.
I'm Emma, and one moment I felt very proud of myself was when one of our participants was evac'd and I managed to stay calm.
I'm Anna, and a moment when I was really proud of myself was when I was able to stay calm through a really challenging and scary thunderstorm.
My name's Rory Duffy, and I was one of the e-vacs on this trip. And I'm really proud that even though I was really, really scared to come back, and I was really scared that something else would happen and I would have to leave again, I came back anyway.
Hi, I'm Kanisha, and a moment when I was really, really proud was when we were coming up to our very first rapid that we were going to run, and Nina was in my bow, and we were freaking out. We were like, we're going to crash into every single rock possible. And we went down, and we only crashed into like 2, and we didn't break the canoe.
I'm Alita, and a moment that I was really proud of myself is when I finished a 400-meter portage without a single TP.
My name's Lydia, and this was a different rapid than Kanisha mentioned, but we had one of our first really big ones to run, and we were kind of all freaking out, and we got it over with. I know I was freaking out, because those kind of things kind of scare me, and we got it over with, and I was really proud of myself and of these people, and it was just really fun.
I'm Kestrel Musselman, and a moment that I was really proud on this trip is waking up just before Mountain Chutes, which is one of the rapids that we run, and it's on the Montreal River. And that day in front of us, after we ran Mountain Chutes, we had a long distance to go, and it was one of our longest days. And I was really nervous because we hadn't gone that far in one day before, and I was anxious because we were leaving a little bit later since we had played in the rapids for a little while. And I was really proud of everyone by the end of the day that we had made it to our destination in good time. And I turned around at the end of the day when looked back to all these ladies paddling behind me and saw a smile on everyone's face, and I knew that I was really proud of everybody. This trip has had many challenges and many triumphs, and the beauty of it all is that we're here and we did it together, and it was like a dream come true for everybody. I just have the end of the passage to read for you. And if dreams are the seedlings of reality, it is through the cold winds of doubt, the hard rains of disappointment, and the rich soil of failure that they grow.